What's up guys, Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review today. Doing a Robinsongz VOD review. Robin sitting nicely at a casual 1300 LP, 3.7 AVP, so a very solid AVP on the patch. And I want to VOD review Robin because he played a line that I actually haven't covered yet. It was a little bit of a blind spot of mine, and I was like, oh wait, I should definitely do a VOD review of this comp because it is very, very strong. I guess a ways back, I did a VOD review of it before it got kind of like optimized, and now we can really truly talk about the optimal version of how to play this comp. Big ideas as far as things like itemization, which we will talk about a lot. It is the comeback of, if you guys played, it was set 15, right? Just last set, like the Udyr comp, where you have just this monstrous Udyr. There have been a lot of these kind of comps in the past where you have like a melee unit that just becomes completely unreasonable to deal with. It is the comeback of all of that kind of stuff and we'll talk about it more as we get further in. Forge and Strength, Radiant Relics going long. I mean, a Forge and Strength I think is just a solid option in general, especially into a lot of these lines these days. And Robin is looking, he's yapping about something. He's talking hard about it. Also, does anyone know, can someone tell me what that thing behind Robin's head is? Like that thing to the right of his head? Because I have no clue what I'm actually looking at here. But okay, we take this. We get a Silvermere Dawn here, and Robin immediately full opens and immediately already has an idea of what we are going to play towards this game. This is, spoiler alert, this Noxus reroll comp that, didn't see so much play a few patches ago, but on this current patch, and thank you, Mr. Songs here, can we please team player out for it? Beautiful here, so we can take a look at the team planner here. The idea is, there's 3 Noxus units that are 3 costs. LeBlanc, Draven, Darius. Boom, boom, boom. Very easy to play all of these guys. Nico links up some traits very nicely, gets a defender. Koboko links some traits up nicely here as well. You can obviously play down to 7 Noxus here. He only has 6 of 7 right now. But the main idea is that you're rolling for LeBlanc, for Draven, and for Darius here. Only thing you need to access these is to find a Draven, find a Scion, then get the unlock, and boom, you're there. You have the board. And Silvermere Dawn, really, really nice idea onto this Darius guy. Darius, people have really like hammered down the BIS, and let me pull it up for you guys. So this is TFT table, and really the BIS has been hammered down very, very hard to just Titan's Resolve, Stare X Gauge, Adaptive Helm. And the idea behind this is, if you look at Darius's ability, he has so much inbuilt healing here, right? And so if you can get this Darius to go infinite, kind of in a similar way to, in the past, these type of melee carries that can heal themselves up, you can just get to a situation where if he has CC immunity from something like Titans, which we'll talk about later, he has just the increased tankiness from something like Sterax, and then Adaptive Helm actually is a mana gen item, you can have a situation where this Darius just goes completely infinite and is impossible to kill, especially in the early game at just like even a Darius 1-star, but also late game as you reach things like Darius 2 and 3-star. So that's the idea behind this build. I will say, Robin has a Titan Sterax here, so he could just make that double slam here and play into Darius from here, but he doesn't actually want to make a Titan slam in this spot because the whole idea behind Titans is that you want to get that CC immunity, and we already have CC immunity. It's called Silvermere Dawn. So we're actually very likely to end up skipping out on the Titans this game, which is a little bit funny, but it is what it is. We can turn these into LeBlanc items and maybe the chain into something for Darius or for like a frontliner, that kind of stuff. We'll get there when we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, I mean, I'm actually quite curious to see what we do take off Carousel. I mean, I think it would be ideally a Scion or a Draven would be the dream, right? Draven with Tear looks amazing here, as about to say, because that's half of Adaptive Helm as well here. So that's perfect, right? We get to grab this here, get that half of the Adaptive Helm here. He is, pulling out his items, showing Silvermere Dawn. He also actually had the filter here for Silvermere Adaptive Sterax, which is, exactly what you would expect. Actually has gargoyles in here in the stats, and BT even in the stats, as well as like decent alternatives to the Adaptive Helm. So it really looks like Cloak would be the dream component, right? Boom, boom, boom. You could build all of these with Silvermere if you were in that spot. Yeah, I don't know about no Silvermere Warwick. Maybe he's thinking about if he has to pivot or something, but I doubt that we're going to have to do that. Draven here means that we can go for the Darius unlock the second that we push 5. We are not level 5 right now, so we are just going to peepo sit here, take our next couple losses here. No need to really like go for any kind of crazy, playing strongest board or anything here. We want to take our 5 loss streak here, and we also want to take these big hits so that we can get to our unlock of our augment here, get to that 40 HP, get all of our items, and then really start to spike. The dream would be, late stage 3, early stage 4, get all of our unlocks. And you might end up in a situation if you get these artifacts that you can stabilize even just on Draven 2, Darius 2, LeBlanc 2. You don't even need to hit the 3-star versions to be stable. If you're sitting on a Darius with a Radiant item, a Draven with a Radiant item, a LeBlanc with a Radiant item, it makes a lot of sense. You can see as well, this player does look like they are potentially going to contest us. The hope is that we can kind of like bully them out of the line here. He's looking for like potential like good items onto LeBlanc, which we can talk about once we get our cashed out items here. But I mean, the upside is we do lose to that player here, so we're not going to have to worry. He is going to accidentally unlock, not accidentally, I guess, but he is going to unlock the Graves here, which is a little bit awkward, but I mean, not the end of the world. The big thing is we want to win this fight. We do not want to lose to minions here, and we are, of course, going to beat them. I mean, Silver Dawn's way more than enough. We do get these unlocks here, and we do also find just a random Scion here, and we do get the Adaptive Helm. You could see this just being the Adaptive Helm. I guess you could also make Gargoyle similar to like the stats showing here. He's just going to send these items here to get to the LeBlanc first things first, and then we can figure things out the round after this. And once again, you don't mind losing here. Get the Bard rolls, get the continued loss streak here. He's doing a lot of stats checking here, but he's okay. I mean, this is going to be really, really. I think we might be over filtering the stats a little bit, Mr. Songs here. Tiny's Titan looks amazing. Obviously roll your other options here, but Synap pick that. We need gold in this spot. This is the biggest blind spot for our augment here, the Forged in Steel, is that you need to have enough gold to make use of all of these items, and this augment does not give us any gold whatsoever. And so this is a fantastic pickup for us here. It's econ, it's HP as well. The only, I guess, kind of funny thing about it, thinking about it more, is that it is going to heal us up, which is going to make it harder for us to reach that 40 HP. But I guess the idea is if we can drop to 40 and then heal above that, we can end up in actually a pretty good spot where we can then heal, above 40 and actually be kind of not rich, but not poor. So maybe that's the idea, is actually like we'll be very rich from our augment, and then also just like not like 1 HP here. Wow, he's actually gonna full open this last fight just to guarantee that we get our proc of this. Just guarantee we must lose this fight. I don't think you necessarily have to lose this fight, but he's also just, he wants to keep the loss streak anyway, get the caretaker value. And then the idea is we can spike really, really hard next round with all of our artifacts and things like that. But okay, going into carousel here, chain the only component open. I think we need damage items is the thing. I mean, Swain with glove looks great, right? This is a Swain for our board, and it's also, glove for something like a JG, something like a Draven item, a lot of good stuff that we can get out of here. So I think this makes a lot of sense from the itemization and unit perspective. We get our items cashed out here. Flicker Blade, ooh, these look pretty nice. Flicker Blades for the Draven, Dawn Court for the LeBlanc, and then Silvermere Dawn is the only one that we're just gonna kind of have to throw on somebody else because we've built all of our items already, but not the end of the world here. Playing a slightly funky board for a second because we are trying to get to that Frobuco unlock here, get just a really, really good trait bot onto this board here. The upside is we're actually gonna win this fight. You're seeing already the power of this Darius. Almost 5.5k damage, didn't take much damage at all. The spot looking really, really nice here. Get the Koboko unlocked, so now that can fit onto the board, and he can, actually just pivot out of everything here, and then he's just going to use the rest of his free rolls here, try to pick up something. You have the Draven 2 already, which is pretty nice, and it's funny, the Flicker Blades obviously is going to go onto the Draven later, but for now, why not consolidate our items and put them all into LeBlanc? So just good fundamentals out of Robinsongz here, just saying, I'm going to put my 3 items on 1 unit, create 1 Giga unit. She's going to use the attack speed a lot better than the Draven with 0 items here. And so I can keep her items onto her until probably next round. Oh, and we do take a loss here. It's actually a pretty painful loss for us here because we're still a ways off. But that will definitely help things out. Swain too is going to make our front line a lot better. The thing is, we still do need the Darius too, because Darius is holding all our items. And we can't actually move these items over to Swain. Obviously, we can move Silvermere over, but that's about it here. He hovers Sunfire there, which is interesting. I mean, I'm looking at, yeah, I mean, Sunfire blue buff could even be, I guess it can't be JG as well. I mean, with blue buff. Because then, like, where's the blue buff sitting? Would you ever reforge one of these tiers here? I mean, this ends up looking really nice, though. Yeah, he's looking at it. I mean, because you could find a Swain item here. You could find... The problem is you can't really find a Draven item out of tier. There's nothing that exists there, and that's what you're really hoping for is a Draven item. So I guess he's going to wait, see Augment here first, maybe get like a salvage bin or something, and then you like full reforge the blue buff. But I don't think we have to reforge any of these Ornn items. I think all of our Ornn items are fantastic here. Ooh, big decision for Robin here. Do you want to take another Econ and essentially guarantee you make it to our 3 stars, but know that you are going to be capping lower this game? Or do you want to just take something like a Comet, something like a CB, obviously not a Wand Overflow? I would lean towards invested here, but I'm curious to see what he wants to do in this spot here, just because I'm pretty sure you do still need more gold to get there. And yep, he agrees. You do definitely need more gold to fully reach your board. He's just going to roll down to the 70 gold, gonna reforge here, gets another Void Staff here, which is a little bit tragic here. But the upside is it is a bow. It is a Draven item, which can be something like a Kraken, something like a Gwinsu. So, I mean, that's honestly one of our better... hits here in this spot is getting that bow for Draven so that we can, once again, we're pretty good on frontline, right? We have kind of 5 frontline items made if you count Darius, and he's an interesting kind of like frontline damage dealer unit. But ooh, and we actually almost get enough gold here off the Draven cash that we could make 80. But all good. We were still pretty happy with this the spot for sure here. So now, I mean, we can just slow roll our gold above 80. Don't want to dip below 80 here because we want to get obviously those free rolls with invested here, and we are just going to chill on this board for a while. And this is what I was talking about before. We won the last fight. We won 4-1. We'll see how many more fights we can win. We're fighting an anyone here, but the upside is the rest of their board is 1 star here, so we should easily clear this board. And if we can beat everybody on 2 stars and then use the double prismatic econ to just bridge the gap and hit 3 stars really, really quickly, like early next stage, then we're good, right? We will have made it there, which is, I mean, what we're trying to do in this spot here. Draven item here, I would think it's Kraken Slam, but I could see it being Gwinsu as well. He does just grab the Gwinsu here. Okay, yeah, I mean, it obviously scales really nicely with Flicker Blades getting more auto attacks off it, so maybe just says, you know what, I just need the attack speed with the Flicker Blades here. Yeah, I could see it here. Gonna continue to slow roll here. I don't feel that much of a need to like dig deep in a spot like this. I don't feel a need to look for Koboko 3. He's holding on to these. I don't see why you would go for it, I would say, honestly. Like, I don't think that there's any reason to go for a Koboko 3 who's not going to have any items. I guess you could move the light shield over to him, but like still, like what does that do for you? I don't think anything, really. Get another fight win here. Draven another 3 gold cash out is amazing here. I mean, I guess the upside holding the Kobokos for now is that it's just thinning out the pool, so he's just saying, why not? But yeah, I completely agree with that play. Do not buy a 6th Koboko here because you don't need it. You do not need a Koboko 3 on this board whatsoever. So he's really just holding on to these guys to thin out the pool. Beautiful. You'll also see in this lobby, there's a Malzahar reroll player. I don't think there's a Jinx reroll player, but the further that we've gotten into this patch, like I talked about in my video a couple of days ago, the more this has become a reroll patch. People have realized that this is a 3-cost reroll patch with, you know, it's fast 9 and it's 3-cost reroll, and those are like your main options, and there's some 2-cost reroll in there as well. Also, this is a hilarious fight that I guess we're gonna win here, but that is wild. But as more people have realized this is a 3-cost meta, well, there's more people playing 3 costs, taking 3 costs out of the pool there, making it way easier for you to hit your stuff. And that's just the nice kind of, maybe not virtuous circle I was gonna say, but it's some kind of a circle with people in it for rerolling, where the more that people reroll, the easier it is for you to reroll, the easier it is for you to hit your units. I thought those were just gonna be Kraken, but I guess he's gonna make LW Redemption, because I guess the making Kraken would have made his items kind of, it's Nashor's. Oh, Nashers, and then we have to make Hodge, which is a little bit awkward here. But he just really wanted to finish off the Hodge here for the, or he really wanted to make, he really wanted to make Nash here. Interesting. Okay. Well, the Hodge is a little bit, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, I'm curious enough that we can go back and look at these items real quick because there's a lot of different options here. Yeah, let me just go to when he opens up the anvil real quick because I mean, it's quite interesting because like, I mean, the problem is if you make Kraken, then you do have to make Hodge, which really sucks. LW Redemption sounds okay, but I guess he just doesn't really care that much about Swain items. And he can move the Void Staff over to the Swain. It's pretty acceptable here, and the Hodge is not bad. What's the best item that you could make out of Glove here? It'd almost be like, I mean, but the problem is like if you make something out of Glove, then you have to make a second Void Staff, which is obviously unacceptable. It's a funny little puzzle here. You can make Adaptive Swain, and then you'd have to make LW Draven, which like honestly, that's what I was thinking we were gonna make is like LW Draven and then something like Adaptive on a Swain, just because like how much physical is our board doing? Like Darius is doing a lot and Draven's doing a lot. So yeah, I wonder, I wonder if you asked Robin and went back here, what he would think about an LW plus Adaptive Slam here, just because. You know, I do think there is a significant upside in doing that. We're going to roll down here actually pretty deep for this LeBlanc. This looks like really rough to me. Yeah, I don't know if I can co-sign this play. I think our board is already quite strong with the Draven and the Darius. I don't think there was any need for you to go this deep in this spot. I think maybe this is a little bit Robinsongz playing on stream autopilot mode and just rolling down for stuff. And I think you can sell this Koboko, yeah, because like I don't think there is any need to do that in the spot here. Yeah, I think he also realizes now is that he is he skipping Garen's on this roll down, and now he finally sees one. You want to play for a Silas cash out in this comp as well, because we're playing Nico on the board, and Nico is Silas, essentially. If you can reach if you can play a Nico on your board, you can play a Silas, and Silas is a much better Nico. So we should be holding these Garens on the roll down, but you can see this board, once again, we are double prismatic econ augments. We have one augment to our name this game, and it is a very, very strong prismatic combat augment that has given us 4 artifacts to play around. But it just goes to show how powerful this comp is, that on just one real augment, we can pick this up. We also get this here on Carousel here, the Quick Striker emblem, which is not bad. There was an LW on Carousel, but I mean, I would rather just level for something like an Ashe and then build the LW. The problem is you don't really have, I mean, I guess you would just move the Hodge up. You'd move the Hodge over to some random unit, and then the LW would just sit onto the Draven, which makes sense to me. Rotate into, this is an interesting board here. Kind of like it's like this fast 9 board, but they have Xerath on it on this version, like the Lux style stuff. They also have Ionia +1. Just not good enough. They're just not strong enough to beat Robin's board. Top 4 locked in, and remember, he dropped below 40, but every round he's healing up. He's actually at 50 HP now, just with how strong this board is. I mean, I do think this is very reminiscent of like Caitlyn Jace 3-cost reroll, where very, very strong artifact board. If you can get artifacts into econ augments, that is all you need, and you will cap out so disgustingly high that how can a board beat this? How can a board, I mean, look at this Darius, man. Every cast he's just healing almost to full, then he starts executing units. The Draven plus LeBlanc are picking other units off that Darius can't kill on his own, and there's still so much room left to cap this board. I mean, we could play 7 Noxus down the line. We could fit just like good 5 costs on this board, and we just have the random fiddlesticks on the board for now. If we did not have Quick Striker Emblem, you could level for stuff like a Kindred. There's just so much that could be played to cap out this board, and for now, we're just chilling on this board here. Going to take the Vow because it is impossible to turn down a Vow on a Swain here. Going to roll a little bit here, find the Shyvana, who, once again, talking about fantastic ins on this board, is a fantastic in on this board. Void Staff going to move over to Lucian Senna, who's another fantastic in on the board, so the Fiddlesticks comes out, and Robin doing his Robin walk here. To be fair, this is a strong board we're fighting, but man, the fact that the Silas wrapped all the way to the right side here is actually amazing news for us here. Darius, I think, going to be able to chew through the rest of this board. It was a little close for a second, but Robin, easy dub there on this board, and just an absolute masterclass on how to play this. Perfect augment selection, perfect itemization, perfect everything. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch, my Metafy, all my other links down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, as always.